I decided to watch Love is Blind.
Very bold of you.
I wanted to really get into the spirit of the show, so this season I decided to watch it blind. You actually watched it, so Will's gonna be kind of like my guide. We're gonna go through what I think of everything that I didn't see and only heard, which is so confusing. And then we're gonna do the grand reveal, and I'm gonna see everyone for the first time. I didn't even watch or listen to the reveals at all.
Should we tell our viewers why you need two people to watch Love is Blind?
Simply enough, everyone sounds the same. And even though Will was watching it and reporting like, oh, that's Leo, that's Alex, whatever, when they were talking to each other in the group setting, there was no way of telling who was talking. So make sure if you decide to watch Love is Blind, that you're watching it with someone who can tell you, hey, right now it's Marissa or whatever, so that the voices don't blend together. Tim and Tyler, same person. Monica and Marissa, same person.
You haven't even seen spoilers on social. You haven't seen pictures.
No, I had him go on my Reddit and remove me from the Love is Blind subreddit. As a whole, I feel like this season of Love is Blind had all of the people that they have every single season. They had the love triangle people. They had the obvious douchey villain person. They had the girl who like laughs a little bit too loud and just is only in the intro when they first go into the pods, and then you never hear from her again.
They hit all the standard tropes. You already had a pretty crazy arc with, say, Nick D.
Nick
coming
D.
in. Looks like he's gonna be the obvious villain. Think that he's gonna just, fuckboy his way through all the women.
I thought that he was the douche.
And then he, settles in on one.
Okay, speaking of Nick, let's just get into it.
All right, Nick and
Hannah. I really like Hannah. She's a Southern girl from West Virginia. She knew I need to confront Nick about being a douche because I feel that, and she did not mince words. She confronted his ass, and I loved it. She confronted Leo, and I fucking loved it.
She confronted Nick a little too early, though, if we shall say. Obviously, she cut him off, came back, but...
I do hate it when they cut them off and then come back. I do not like that usually, but Nick grew on me throughout the course of the show so far, so I was kind of supportive of it, to be honest.
When you're talking about Love is Blind, I am really curious what went through her mind when she consistently talked about her struggles with weight, because, I truly think as a viewer of the show, I want to see if it is truly blind, and she, and lots of people, not singling her out, do put emphasis on certain physical features.
He clearly is someone who does care a lot about looks. I am very interested to see what he looks like. I think he looks like your typical all-American white boy. I'm seeing 6'2", thick neck, blonde hair, brown eyes, golden retriever boy vibes.
Okay.
Hannah, though, I think that Hannah looks like Danielle from the previous Love is Blind season. I think it was season 3 or 4, I want to say. Long brown hair, cute, very natural. Like I'm not seeing any lip filler happening. I'm looking at your face.
She's trying to study my reaction since I obviously know what she's saying is either true or false.
But I have a great
poker face. So.
I know.
So we're gonna lean on that as your. Are you ready to lock that in?
I'm locking that in. That is what they look like.
Do you think they're gonna last?
It depends on what she looks like, because I think that he cares what she looks like. And as much as he wants to act like he doesn't, he absolutely is someone who cares about looks. And I need to see that reveal, and it will tell me everything, honestly. All right, let's watch the reveal. I'm scared.
What's up?
What's up?
How are you?
What? They're both concerned. Especially her.
What is she concerned about?
He does not look like what she thought.
Do you think he looks like all that shit talking he was giving in the early on about?
No. He was talking a lot of talk. I thought that man was a golden retriever, and I know that she did as well.
Oh no.
Let me see if I can put this on your phone.
See how she said, I will, of course, and she was shaking her head no? She is not feeling it. I'm a body language expert, and they're like the same height. Or is she wearing heels?
I know this is a hot take, and I've said it to you in the past, and I will say it to the camera. There's something about red lipstick I do not like.
You're pretty much the same height as me.
We don't care. This is not gonna work.
This is cringy.
This is not gonna work. And the irony of her being so worried about what he was gonna think of her, and now she is not feeling him. This is not gonna work, I fear. Love is not blind. Even when she kisses him, it's not good. She hates it. Now that we've seen the Hannah Nick reveal, I feel like the same thing is gonna happen with Britney and Leo, where she's gonna see him and be like, I'm not feeling it. It has to be. Oh God, this is not going well. Okay, next. Okay, next let's talk about Taylor and Garrett.
They are my favorite of the season so far.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
It's like a heart to heart, not like for entertainment. Obviously, I want the messy for entertainment, but for heart to heart, I think they are my favorite.
They're definitely not my favorite, but they are a sweet couple. I do support it. I'm very interested in what Taylor looks like too, because she was very concerned about her ethnicity. See, I'm listening along to what they're saying in the pods, just like the people in there. So he got the hint that she wasn't a white girl when she said that, and I got the hint too.
Which I think was just enough of a tell for him to maybe get his mind off of her being white.
He definitely assumed that she was white.
He definitely assumed.
And you know what? I might have thought so too. And then after she said that, I was like, actually, I think she might be like Indian, like South Asian or Middle Eastern or something. She gives me tall vibes. It's her voice. I don't know. Something about her voice makes me think that she's like 5'11". And for him, basic brown hair with a beard.
What do you think a physicist looks like?
I'm picturing like UC Berkeley nerd. Brown scruffy hair, like doesn't shave.
He didn't talk about his appearance much, but he did mention something about how, he likes to look pretty good. That's why he works out. So he's not nerdy.
So he might have a thick neck.
What's up with you and necks?
He might be a thick-necked bitch. Maybe he works out, he does like Pilates. He's very lean.
Yoga. He's very stretchy.
Ooh, he's very balanced.
It's always the first couple that gets the reveal that is like the boring, stable, they just did it the right way. There's no frills, no nothing.
They had no footage for the producers to work with. So they were like, we got to do their reveal and get it out of the way and then never hear from them again.
Obviously, he needs someone smart, someone who can keep up with him, someone who doesn't mind that he's going to be working all the time. Good thing, because he was talking to Britney pretty early on and he was like, one date's good enough for me. Not for me.
Yeah, and I need to get into Britney and Leo. So let's watch the reveal for Garrett and Taylor. I'm scared. I feel like I'm so off. I was so wrong. Oh my God.
They're cute.
I was kind of right with him. I said that he was lean. She looks so different than I thought she would. And
she's in heels and still a few inches shorter. Very good looking couple.
Yes, I love it. Wow, I can't believe how wrong I was. Now I'm scared for the rest of them. Now I understand how they really do not know who the fuck they're talking to. It's really hard to tell what they look like. Leo and Britney, they are the Love is Blind couple of the season that is testing my damn patience. Every season has one where I'm like, no, do not pick him. And then she picks him anyway, and I'm like, fuck, why? And you know what? Britney obviously is someone with some very specific motivations. She wants a guy with money, and he is a guy who constantly brags about how much money he has. It's very enticing.
Ironic, considering the fact that the very first words pretty much out of his mouth was he's very concerned about someone wanting him for his money.
It's like one of my greatest insecurities that like they only want me for my money. You know what that tells me? He's a deeply insecure person. And I can just tell that he doesn't have it. He's like the most annoying person ever. Every single time he talked, I was just like, shut up. And you know what? Sometimes I felt that way about people, and then it's like the edit has done them dirty.
Yeah, I gotta give him the benefit. I gave him the benefit of the doubt until his poem at the end. And I'm like, this is an art
You're gonna
dealer?
propose with a poem, a bad poem at that. It's very much standard ABAB rhyme structure that you learn in 5th grade. And I was not here for it. Honestly, he's my bitch eating crackers, and everything he does, I'm just like, oh, the way he breathes is just dumb. And so I hate that Britney read him that note like she was gonna end things,
She
and then
shoulda ended
turned
it.
around and accepted the proposal. Like, what happened? Something happened with the edit there. I think that in the reveal, she's gonna see that he's a short little troll. And she's gonna regret it. But you know what, Brittany? There's no such thing as a free lunch. If you want a rich man to take care of you, they're gonna have flaws. As far as how Brittany looks, I'm envisioning like a 5'2" blonde girl, like thick extensions. I'm seeing some lip filler, a juicy lip, a spray tan, and she's someone who definitely takes care of how she looks. I can tell by her voice and the way she talks. She's like, I'm going to Pilates, I'm getting my nails done, I'm getting my eyebrows waxed.
It's very expensive. I need a man who pays for all this stuff.
Exactly. And I support that lifestyle. I support it 100%. Get your bag. I just don't want Leo to be happy, I think is what it comes down to. Like, at the end of the day, I just hate that man so much based on the edits so far. So, I don't know.
Let's see him.
Is he ugly? I've been waiting for this one.
Hi.
Hi. She looks similar to how I thought she would. Short,
How are you?
blonde. He looks very different. I thought he was gonna be just like a little troll. He's kind of like awkward and weird. The body language is off to me. Is she not feeling it?
How's it feel to
See how she leans back when he comes towards her?
Is it weird seeing you like
She's not feeling it. And this is when I would tell her, girl, you need to sacrifice for the bag.
And people don't say that you're smart either. But I know you're smart.
Why would he say that?
These are always like backhanded comments.
We don't know.
All right, well, that was super awkward. I feel like he hit the jackpot. He's feeling so good right now, and she is just cringed the fuck out. Monica and Steven.
I really need to hear what you think he looks like. This man has like the biggest like switch up in like genealogy history.
And the gag is that truly when I envision him, I envision like a Viking looking man. Like a Scandinavian looking Viking man. Yeah, I would be very hesitant if I were Monica hearing these things. I would also be hesitant. This is just my personal opinion. I would not feel comfortable dating a Trump supporter. I know that he turned it
He
around.
switched it up.
So it's never too late to change your opinion and learn new things and whatever.
He was working under privilege in 2016, and then he got more educated, and he said, you know, he voted with more intention in 2020. But
I respect it, and I also like at the same time, even though Steven's decision changed as far as the voting went in 2016 versus 2020, I still find it a little precarious that he would choose to vote for Trump even back in 2016 with all the Stormy Daniels stuff that was happening, why he thought that Hillary wasn't a sufficient candidate. Like,
the
I would love to
Access
hear those
Hollywood
reasons.
tapes, like there's a lot to be skeptical about Trump, and if you're, you know, not just operating off of I vote Republican because I vote Republican,
Which he said he does not do.
which he says he does not do, or maybe he doesn't anymore because he switched up and he
Yeah.
got educated. Also, are you not voting for Hillary just because you were, you know, propaganded into the fact that, you know, she's corrupt and a corrupt politician?
Are you someone who falls victim to propaganda very easily? These are the questions that I would have. These are the red flags, maybe orange flags that would be going up when I was in this conversation with him. Also, Steven, the cheating story. I'm sorry, I cheated because I didn't deserve her. Her reaction to that was very interesting
She
to
was
me.
too supportive to his quote unquote vulnerability there.
Yeah, it was a little odd.
Kudos to you for just coming clean so it doesn't come out later on. Great job. However,
It does come
to
out.
phrase it the way that you phrased it was quite interesting. I feel like I'm glad you're in therapy. I'm glad you're working on it. It does seem like you're able to articulate certain things. I do think that that rationale was a cop-out.
I think that him bringing up, I cheated because I was insecure in my relationship and I didn't feel like I deserved her. He probably learned that in therapy. And then he twisted that and used it at the beginning of the story to kind of set the scene like, woe is me, like I just wasn't in the right place, like,
I'm just a weak little man
Exactly.
who can't control my thumbs when I see a cute girl on IG.
You can't control your thumbs. I'm sorry.
So we have Monica, who is head over heels for this guy in all things we understand. I do agree that you love the fact that once he found out that he was, Nigerian and West African, that he went and researched and really dove into that
that's
culture.
cool.
That is very admirable. Very happy for you to learn about your heritage in that way and enthusiastically doing so.
That being said, saying, I always identified as white, and now, like, I don't know. No, you're still white. Race is a social construct. Your ethnicity has changed, and I am very happy for you. I don't know. He just is weird. I don't know if this is going to work, honestly. I think that once she meets him and they keep having those conversations, I think more of those orange flags will start flying for her.
Obviously, we don't know everything, but I want to know, if she thinks that she's all that, is he going to cheat on her because he's not good enough for her?
That's exactly what would be going through my mind if he said that. Monica, she said that she's half Honduran and black. I wrote down in my notes before she said that I see her as like a light-skinned biracial woman. I see her having a silk press with maybe a light curl in it. I think she's 5'5". I think he's like 6'5". He sounds big. Fridge.
He's got a bass note of a voice.
He does. And I don't know if that's the Nigerian coming through or what.
Oh, wait, let's not forget.
Oh, God.
This motherfucker called her a mutt. Not okay, dude.
I put that in my notes. I put it in all caps. A mutt.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I am.
Let's not use that type of language when we're talking about people.
We don't use animal language to talk about human beings. It's like, see, those are the things that he does. That I'm like, those little like microaggressive statements, or I'm like, I would hear that and just be totally cringed out.
Like, I'm sorry, she is Honduran and black, and you just found out that you are like 6 things. Why is she a mutt? Why aren't you a mutt?
You're a mutt, Steven. And you're a Viking. And I can't wait to see if I'm right. Let's do the reveal. I see that Viking body type through the door. Okay, I was off with this one. He's definitely not a Viking. Honestly, I can see the West African. She does not look like how I thought she would look. He does have a Viking-esque build, though. I'm really thrown off by Monica, honestly. Okay, let's talk about Tim and Alex. They might be one of my favorites. I love black love, and I can say that confidently that this is black love because I can just feel it, and I love everything about it.
Should I be offended?
Oh.
They are sweet. I really feel for Tim.
Oh my gosh.
He's had quite the life. All my heart out to you. You have had to deal with so much death in your family, and I'm so sorry for that. But
He might have brought a tear to my eye a little bit, talking about how he's excited to give his parents another daughter.
he would do everything for his family, and it comes across very authentic.
As far as looks, I see Tim as a black man with some scruff. Maybe he likes to wear tight V-neck t-shirts.
A skinny leg trouser with loafers.
Yes, I do see that. Yes, exactly. Alex, to me, looks like Lauren Hamilton from season 1 of Love is Blind. She is a beautiful dark-skinned black woman with a nice silk press. She might have braids. Very sweet, very warm smile. Gives great hugs, I'm sure. I see them being around the same height. He strikes me as someone, he's 5'9".
He's a good 5'9".
Good fight. Like, he says he's 5'11". He's 5'9".
He puts lifts in his shoes.
He does not. He's just unclear about what his height actually is.
I think they last.
Me too. I feel really good about them. No notes, no hate.
No hate. Let's check out the reveal.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yep.
You were pretty spot on here.
I was spot on with Tim and Alex. I knew it. It feels good to be right in my prediction. I am starting to think that Love is not blind. He has a very kind demeanor. Oh, I see the lip gloss on the lips. Nice.
He's a little bit of a freak.
No, he's very corny. He's like, ooh. Ooh.
That's the dog.
He's very
That's the dog
expressive.
in me. He's about to go sniffing and hollering.
Okay. Enough. Next up, we have Ashley and Tyler. I'm not gonna lie, they may be the most boring couple of the season so far. I think they're very sweet and very likable. Just not much going on there.
They found what they liked, and they had no love triangles. They had nothing.
No
like
drama.
That. No drama.
I really liked him. I clocked him saying that his Serbian mom was disowned for having biracial kids, so that clued me into the fact that he is biracial. I think he has very strong shoulders, little curly thing happening up here, maybe like a fade situation. You know how those kids these days do that long at the top with the fade at the bottom? And I think he's living his best life. As for Ashley, no fucking clue. The only note that I put for her is I do think she is a black woman. They're a very sweet couple, and I do think that they will last too.
Yeah, just sweet, nice, good people, no drama. Rooting for you two.
Yeah, let's see what they look like though. Okay, he looks a little different than I thought he would. But I got the biracial vibes. I wasn't expecting the beard. They look good together.
They are a solid looking couple.
She looks amazing. The hair is amazing. I feel like I was relatively spot on with my prediction. I feel really good that I was able to accurately predict this couple. I think I made it. I might be good at this. Finally, we need to talk about the better love triangle of the season. Ramses, Marissa, and Bowden. Marissa had the best guys of the whole season, in my opinion. She had two mature, emotionally intelligent, well-adjusted young men who I support wholeheartedly. I would have supported her going either way, honestly.
Yeah, I was very happy with both of them. Personally, I was rooting for Bowden. I thought he, fought in the Ukraine war, really had a whole moment there. They're both military, but he's a lib, and,
He's a lib. He's a military lib, and that is what I really like too. Like hearing his Ukraine story, like I'm Ukrainian, I was adopted, and then when everything went down in Ukraine, I had decided to go back with my military experience. Like that's very brave and admirable. And
very admirable.
I just think that, I don't know, there was something about Ramses that was maybe a little bit different from what she's used to because she's dated a lot of military guys in the past.
A lot of brute men.
Yeah,
she dated
so
a
she wanted to
Republican,
switch
a
it
Trumper
up.
for 4 years.
Which again is something that I could never do. So Marissa, I have questions, but
my biggest question for that is she kept saying he's a good guy, and I date people not for what they look like, but for being good guys. I'm sorry, but I'm all for Republicans. That's fine, but being Trumper is a whole different story because you are just
you are not a good guy if you support men who say they want to grab them by the pussy. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's a woman of color. I think in my mind, I see that. I also think that Ramses is a man of color.
I don't necessarily guess I saw the romantic feelings between the two of them, but I did kind of notice the friendship feelings between her and Bowden.
I feel like I get friendship vibes from both sets, and maybe that's why I like them so much, because I don't get that like dirty Nick stuff from them. Yeah. I get no sexual vibes from Ramses whatsoever. And he's like my favorite guy. I get friend vibes, but we'll see if they do that infamous Love is Blind shower scene. We'll see what comes of that. Let's reveal. Oh my God. What?
This is a pretty good reveal. If you've never seen...
Honestly, they look good together. She's so little. This is not how I was picturing him at all. Not at all. They look alike as a couple. Like, they look like they would be together.
This is a very short reveal.
Not much to see. They like each other.
Pretty straight up. They'll have fun.
Artsy little adventures. Yep.
I worry the only thing is she's military and going to law school, and he's a little bit free flowing. If they're like type A, type B personalities, they're going to clash a bit.
We'll find out. Overall, I'm very glad that I watched Love is Blind Blind. I would highly recommend it. It's fun to do a little reveal.
After 7 seasons, try and switch it up a little bit here.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. And it's interesting to see how you're correct about some people and you are completely incorrect about others. Try it next season. I highly recommend going in blind and just experiencing it like the people on the show.
While this is Bria Stewart's YouTube channel, if you would like to see us again for another review on maybe the next drop of shows, maybe after Mexico or just
Next
before
week,
the
yeah.
Marriages, comment.
If you want to see Will again, let us know. If you don't
say anything.
Don't say shit.
Actually, no, say some shit because comments do great for the video.
Okay, fine. Say some shit.
I can take it. Be ruthless.
Don't be ruthless, but it's okay. You can just let us know. Let us know what you think of the season of Love is Blind so far. We can chat it up, kiki in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like hearing about pop culture, reality TV, and internet history. And yeah, let us know if you want to see more Love is Blind recaps, because we will be watching. Okay, bye!